On today's show, there's new rumors about Damian Lillard. Let's look into it. So according to Mark J. Spears, the hottest name for Damian Lillard right now is the Toronto Raptors. Spears said a lot about Damian Lillard, so let's just look at what he has to say.
The hottest name that I'm hearing right now is of interest is the Toronto Raptors, actually. Talked to two really high-ranking team executives today, and they said that Toronto's the front runner, and they wouldn't be surprised if he ended up in the 6. Right now, though, there is no trade imminent. There's nothing hot, but I do know that Toronto is an interested suitor. They've had several conversations with the Blazers, and, Masai Ujiri, his history, he's not afraid of doing such deals. I mean, the expectation is that Dame wants to be in Miami, and, could he go somewhere else? But if he does go to Toronto, I mean, Masai did this in 2018 with Kawhi Leonard.
Yes.
Getting him from the San Antonio Spurs, convincing him ultimately that this would be a good place for that season, and the Raptors won their lone championship, and Kawhi moved on to the Clippers. But with Dame, you got a guy that's got 3 years left on his deal. He's known to be a professional. I know he would show up. I know he would play. Would he like being in Toronto? Think you're going to have to get Drake to get in his ear a little bit, being an ambassador that he is. Toronto's a great city. Masai would surely be rolling the dice here if he could get this to happen.
Yep. So this is pretty huge stuff for Toronto. And just like Mark J. Spears says, Masai Ujiri is not afraid to make this move. And if we're hearing all these sorts of trade rumors, there's likely something happening. But the biggest news from Mark J. Spears is what he said later in the show.
I also hear that from those same GMs that they don't expect Dame to end up being in Portland on Media Day on Monday. They think he'll be gone.
So if Damian Lillard is traded by Media Day, that means by this Monday, October 2nd, there might be a trade that's already happened. So this video could be too late. If the news breaks tomorrow, this video is already out of date. Damian Lillard might be in Toronto, and we know, like Mark Spears says, Masai Ujiri is not afraid to make a huge move. He did it with Kawhi Leonard. He could bring in Damian Lillard, and if they're able to beat out the latest offer from the Miami Heat, which looks like Tyler Hero and 2 first-round picks, if that's all the Miami Heat are offering, then Toronto can absolutely beat that, and they could probably bring Damian Lillard for just a little bit more, because what Portland's going to do is what's best for Portland. And if they get pieces that are either young pieces, nice picks, or players that can develop alongside Scoot Henderson, then that's the move they're going to do. So I actually think this is my favorite idea. I think this is the best thing for the NBA. I think it's really the best thing for the fans, because this thing where stars are asking out right after they sign contracts. So basically they want to have their cake and eat it too by signing a supermax on the team that got them there. Then they just want to bolt for wherever they want. This can't happen. It can't stop. So I'm actually rooting for Toronto in this situation, because I think this is a precedent that needs to start happening. It's the same thing that happened with the Utah Jazz and Donovan Mitchell. They went to a better offer with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Toronto needs to do this with Damian Lillard to bring him in, because they have the assets and they have a team that could go pretty far with all they did last year defensively, their ability to steal the ball and play defensively. Putting Damian Lillard on that team and his ability to score could make them really interesting. And the best part about it is he has 3 years left on his deal, like Mark J. Spears says, so he'll be there for a while. So this makes a lot of sense for Toronto. I hope it happens. Guys, if you're new here, like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're a Toronto fan, subscribe extra hard. And also to all the members of the channel, thank you for supporting. Thank you for being a part of it. If you'd like to join the channel, hit the button below. I will talk to you next time.